What's up, y'all? NappyHeadEntertainment back in this bitch. NappyHead
NappyHead Run is back at it again with another reaction video. SCREWATTACK Death Battle Optimus Prime versus Gundam.
I got money on Gundam.
I got my money on Optimus Prime. Y'all know that's the original OG.
Gundam's gonna beat that nigga.
I don't want to hear what you gotta say, guy. Optimus Prime is that nigga. And we gonna check it out right now. So let's get into it.
Can I edit this video?
Across this vast world of different nations with different people, it is the clash of opinions which truly divides us. However, there is one universal truth, which absolutely everyone can agree on.
Giant robots are freaking awesome! Like Optimus Prime, the original G1 Transformer.
And the RX-78-2, the original Mobile Suit Gundam.
These aren't just any robots, they're the old school classics, the first of their kind. And we're in for a robo battle of East versus West.
Well, Optimus was originally a Japanese toy.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Millions of years ago, on a distant planet called Cybertron, a great unrest grew between two factions of robotic beings, the Decepticons and the Autobots. With little warning, they found themselves entangled in civil war.
Led by that douchebag Megatron, the Decepticons started gunning down any bot they pleased for basically no reason, including some guy named Orion Pax, which will be important later. Rest in peace, Bro.
What Megatron didn't know was that this seemingly random encounter would end up reshaping the universe.
Thanks to a robot Gandalf, Orion Pax was rebuilt into something bigger, stronger, and way more recognizable.
The newest commander of the Autobots had risen, Optimus Prime.
Sacrifice freedom.
Optimus is a powerful warrior with tons of awesome robo powers.
As a transformer, he can scan nearby objects and morph his body to resemble one, becoming a robot in disguise.
His favorite is a classic 1979 Kenworth K100 tractor, an oldie but a goodie which sports 500 horsepower and can book it over 80 miles per hour. He even gets a trailer which, when he doesn't need it, mysteriously disappears into thin air. No, really, where the hell does that thing go? I need to know.
More importantly, the life force of every Transformer resides in their spark, sort of like a soul. And Optimus is no different, except that his spark gives him a few unique abilities.
Yeah, his spark's pretty rare. Compared to other robo people, it gives him increased strength, speed, and durability. He can shoot laser beams from his hands, fly with either a jetpack or his feet boosters, and move his limbs around while they're detached like some sort of ghost robot Rayman. Ooh!
Optimus is referred to as a 0.1%er. That is how rare a being of his caliber is.
Is that what all those people on Wall Street were protesting?
Even then, many of Optimus's abilities are further enhanced thanks to his possession of one of the most powerful artifacts in Cybertron's history. The Matrix of Leadership.
Oh, yeah, you know, it's nothing much. It's just a pig.
I thought it was all square. Oh, no, what I'm talking about? You're right.
Stuff robot god!
The Matrix is a conduit for the power of Primus, the creator of the Transformer race. With this, Optimus can heal some of his most grievous wounds.
What? Not all the time. Like, you know, when he died.
And use the power of the Matrix to light our darkest hour.
Well, he has an impressive arsenal to hopefully keep that particular problem from coming up again.
Yeah, never again. Regardless, he wields the Ion Blaster, a giant death cannon which Prime one-hands like a boss. This big old rifle fires bolts of energy strong enough to take down most Decepticons, and can even be fired into space from ground level. Even better, it never seems to run out of ammo. One can only dream.
Optimus Prime also carries numerous weapons composed of energon, a raw energy force used by Transformers to power their technology and, well, themselves.
He's got a glowy energon axe and
The
energon
fuck? Why
sword,
should look like
perfect for slicing up robots of all sizes. And I guess they probably work pretty good on people too.
Fighting fire with fire, Optimus Prime led the fight against the Decepticons for several millennia. Eventually, the war even found its way to our own Earth.
But we've got nothing to worry about with Optimus protecting the planet. He's tanked blasts that would tear other bots apart, like when this mega refinery exploded. It could be seen from outer space. He's punched the ground so hard, the trees around him freaking exploded.
Child's play, Boomstick. He's strong enough to tip this large oil tanker, which, when compared to the real-life Sea-Wise giant, must weigh over 700,000 tons.
Damn, nigga.
He's tossed a satellite into orbit and punched hard enough to crack Six Shot's chest plate.
Who boasted that his armor was drawn from the compacted subatomic matter of a collapsed star. Just to let you know, such a star would have a density of over 300 billion tons per cubic inch. While great density doesn't necessarily beget great toughness, this still means Six Shot's armor was 500 billion times more dense than osmium, the most dense natural material on Earth.
You're the most dense natural material on Earth.
What'd you say?
And our Robo-Commander wrecked
one
it.
that's pretty
He's
dense.
fast enough to catch up.
Don't look at me like that, bro. You know what you look like right now? You look like Sasuke, but except your neck broke. Let me show you. I want to beat you, Naruto.
You look like Mr. Popo.
Oh, my chest. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. My chest is going.
To this Decepticon.
Oh, really?
You was trying to put him in.
You know what you look like? You want to know what you look like?
Go ahead, man.
You want to know what you look like?
Please tell me.
You want to know what you look like?
Yes.
Do you want to know what you look like?
I already said yes.
Do you want to know what you look like?
Yeah, Mr. Popo.
Boy, your head look like the goddamn Velcro from the goddamn sketches in the 90s. Boy, don't you ever come to me with Velcro head ass.
The dude.
Look at your goddamn skin, boy. Look at the goddamn bump in your goddamn face, boy. You're ugly ass, boy. Boy, look at the goddamn. What the fuck is this, nigga? This shit look like a jacket made of lint. Boy, don't you ever come for me and joke about me, nigga. Look at you. You goddamn big old nose and shit, nigga. Nah, show him your forehead. I'm sorry. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna chill out. He is ugly, but it's okay. You're my brother.
That's why your daddy
Space
gave
shuttle
you-
in
that's why your
just
daddy
23
gave you-
seconds.
Pause. That's why your daddy gave you this fucking leftover set. Oh, ugly ass, fat nose having that. Oh, big eye having ass.
Jerry.
Small shit having that.
Jerry.
Elf ear.
Jerry.
Fat neck at.
Oh yeah.
fat old
Oh
neck.
yeah. Oh, big old titty, fat ass.
Boy, if you don't get.
Oh, look at you, nigga, you fat motherfucker. Hold on, let me get on your shit.
Somebody get on you.
I'm gonna get on your shit.
You
Oh,
fat cheek
goddamn.
having
Grill.
ass.
Oh,
Somebody-
fucking.
White teeth, nigga. White teeth, nigga. What you talking about?
Your teeth aren't white. Even
Who
in the
else?
camera, your teeth aren't
But your
white.
teeth are fucking golden on SpongeBob, nigga.
Fuck
Fuck
gold,
outta
nigga. Your
just
shit
like
real,
fucking-
nigga. Your shit look like your goddamn custom grill from Amazon,
Bro.
boy. Your shit extra yellow. They give your shit the extra yellow
Nah, bro.
edition,
That's-
boy.
that's you,
Your
bro.
teeth look like that fucking
hold up.
Orville pop.
Of ascent, we can determine he's moving around 125,000 miles per hour. He's also a talented leader, capable of commanding 1,000 battles at the same time via the Omniglobe.
Like Skynet, but in a giant disco ball. He's used that crazy strength of his to punch through Megatron, who once tanked an explosion big enough to knock Cybertron out of orbit. And thanks to the weird robo-magic of the Matrix, he's even defeated Unicorn,
Unicron.
who's basically a giant robot Satan who eats planets. This guy is unstoppable.
Not necessarily. Optimus is certainly powerful, but after all is said and done, he has one major weakness.
To violate that law would destroy our honor.
He's just too nice.
Yeah, he's kinda all about the whole honor and fair fighting thing, which kinda screwed him over more than once, and even gotten him killed multiple times. Plus, he killed himself once just because he accidentally broke the rules in a frickin' game. Damn.
But when his back is to the wall and all hell's breaking loose, he'll fight to the end, riding the eye of the storm.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
In the year 2179, humanity has embraced the stars.
Well, mostly.
Right. After a somewhat united humanity expanded across the solar system, the ideologies between those on Earth and those in space began to drift apart. A new space-noid republic, the Principality of Zeon, arose to challenge the Earth Federation.
Oh, that nigga. Oh, wait.
Space-noid?
No.
That like the
nigga,
Domino's
that
pizza
nigga,
mascot,
that
but in
nigga,
space?
bro.
No, more like space Nazis.
Oh, well, I guess it's no surprise that they started a war by gassing a populated space colony and dropping the whole thing on the planet. Man, that's messed up. But that's just how it started. For the real star of the show, some smart guys put their heads together and came up with the coolest thing they could think of. Giant fighting robots.
These were mobile suits, and one of Earth's nuttier engineers had developed a suit which would put all others to shame. This was the RX-78-2, otherwise known as the Gundam.
There have been lots of mobile suits named Gundam, but this was the original granddaddy of them all.
This experimental mobile suit was hidden on a remote colony, but before its maiden voyage with the equally classified white base could begin, it was caught in a surprise Zeon attack.
With just 2 Zaku suits, the space Nazis wiped out almost all of the white base's military crew. The only people left to save these secret projects were civilians, who had no idea these things even existed.
Among those who rose up was a young boy named Amuro Ray. Brilliant, albeit standoffish, Amuro was actually the son of the Gundam's chief engineer, and had already stumbled upon the mech's coded blueprints.
So he grabbed the owner's manual, jumped in the Gundam, and flew into the fight. Damn, not too shabby for going off just the manual.
Amuro quickly adapted to its complex controls thanks to its learning computer system, designed so the Gundam itself can learn its pilot's limitations and compensate.
Its body is made of a super durable Luna titanium alloy called Gundarium. Of course.
Yet another fictional metal that's way better than anything in real life.
For weapons, it's got twin 60mm Vulcan guns for ears. It's got a shield that can block shots strong enough to take down warships, and a gravity hammer, a supersized flail that's rocket propelled. Whoever came up with that is my goddamn hero. Same with the guy who built the ultra-destructive beam rifle.
That would be the ingenious Dr. Minovsky. Thanks to him, the beam rifle is a marvelous feat of weapons engineering. Minovsky had developed a way to miniaturize the enormous megaparticle cannons found on warships without losing any power.
The result is a Gundam-sized rifle that can take down entire fleets of ships all on its own. It's like having a pistol with all the power of 1,000 tanks.
A single shot could easily tear through a 13,000-ton Musai-class warship. Given the official stats of this ship, to tear it asunder like so would require a strike worth nearly 9,000 tons of TNT.
Sure, the beam rifle only has 16 shots, but who really cares when you just need one?
Last but not least, the Gundam carries 2 retractable beam sabers.
Because you can't have space battles without royalty-free lightsabers.
But all these amazing weapons would be useless without an exceptional pilot. Despite still technically being a civilian, Amuro became the main pilot for the Gundam. Turns out, his skill was mostly thanks to his previously unknown abilities. Amuro was a new type.
Like, Pokemon?
See, apparently humankind was never meant to live under gravity's pull. In space, without it literally weighing down their souls, some humans developed psychic powers.
That is the dumbest backstory for why someone gets powers, and we've heard a lot of them, Wiz. So what, he can like read minds or something?
Sort of. These powers and their capabilities have little definition, often differing between different people. Most new types can instantly understand each other upon contact, even drawing kinship between sworn enemies. Amuro's abilities in particular grant him something akin to precognition. He can predict exactly what will happen on the battlefield and where his enemies will be, and can capitalize on it if he reacts fast enough.
How could he possibly predict I'd attack from the other side?
He shot down targets too fast for the eye to see and navigated his friends through a collapsing fortress with no casualties. By the end of the war, his own reflexes were pushing the limits of the Gundam itself.
A magnetic coating was added to the Gundam to compensate, reducing the suit's friction and increasing its speed by 27%.
Over 14 years of military service, Amuro became a legendary pilot. He even learned how to use these super fast funnel guns with his psycho powers.
Speaking of speed, the Gundam is comparable to the red Zaku piloted by Amuro's rival Char, which is 3 times faster than the standard green model.
During the first large-scale battle with mobile suits, a Zaku flew through the battlefield in 7 seconds.
By comparing the 1,072-foot-long Magellan-class starships in the distance, we can tell the Zaku flew over 7 miles. This puts the standard Zaku's top speed just under Mach 5. When tripled to compare to Char, this means the Gundam can move at least 11,000 miles per hour, 15 times the speed of sound. Highballing it with Amuro's new type powers and magnetic coating, it's possible the Gundam can move as fast as Mach 25. Though anything over that would put it dangerously close to re-entry speeds, which its chassis cannot survive on its own.
The Gundam is strong enough to lift and throw this goofy mobile suit, and tough enough to power through a magnetic field that's 7,200 degrees Fahrenheit. It survived plenty of really big explosions, including a detonating asteroid and a nuclear blast which wrecked Amuro's home colony. I bet it could wipe out the space Nazis all on its own.
It nearly did. Amuro and his Gundam were instrumental to the war effort. It doesn't matter how much the Gundam was burned. It would always stand up, dispel the fear, and fly.
Let's get into it.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, let me transform your eating habits.
I'm gonna still stick with Optimus Prime, but I have.
Now, it's time for a death battle!
Yeah, let's get into it.
Amuro, come in. Where are you?
I'm checking something out, Sayla. It's more than meets the eye.
Get your butt back to White Base. If there's trouble, we can't send backup.
Let's roll.
Autobots roll out, hit that nigga. Oh shit.
It's an enemy mobile suit.
I told you.
Alright, nigga. Optimus Prime came with the fire for your ass, nigga.
There you are.
My old Decepticon, I have been in battle for countless eons.
Thought they said this shit was indestructible. Or damn near close. Oh shit. Damn, my hair again. Yo, this fight ends right. I'm gonna get pissed.
Only one shot left.
Thought they said he can't survive re-entry. Or he can't do it by himself.
I hate gravity.
That nigga came out busted. Do that, nigga. He didn't. He played like goddamn Megatron, bro.
Stop that. I'm just bad.
I must stand. So you shall fall.
That nigga said, ah! Oh shit, that's funny. That's funny. That nigga said, ah! Oh shit, it's over? Ah!
He got the touch. He got the power.
See that nigga?
The
Ah!
Gundam was an impressive machine,
that
and
nigga look like
Amuro
Rock
was a
Lee
skilled
that broke
pilot,
his leg
but
and
Optimus's
arm died.
millions of years of battle experience
Oh, that's funny.
completely
That was
overshadowed
great.
Amuro's 14. Also, we already know that Optimus was over 6 times faster and 9,000 times stronger.
Jesus
Holy hell! Who knew Optimus was so freaking buff? But the Gundam held plenty of its own advantages. With Amuro's super future sense powers, he could keep up with Optimus's speed. And with the Gundam's firepower, who cares how much it could lift?
Unfortunately, the Gundam's limited ammunition meant this couldn't last. And even then, Optimus could certainly survive a shot from the beam rifle.
Remember that refinery explosion Optimus survived? The one you could see from outer space?
This blast left an enormous gash on the planet Cybertron. To measure the power of this explosion, we needed to compare it to the curve of the planet. Now, Cybertron's size is pretty inconsistent throughout G1 Transformers history, but even when using the alternating sizes between the cartoon and the comics, the blast is far more destructive than the beam rifle in both cases.
And Optimus just walked right out of that bitch. And this isn't some weird outlier just out of the comics either. In the cartoon, Megatron survived a blast that pushed Cybertron out of orbit. And he's pretty comparable to Optimus.
To be fair, the Gundam boasted some impressive durability feats too.
Like when Amuro accidentally blew up a Zaku's nuclear reactor right in his own face. Hey, give him a break. It was his first time.
This explosion created a hole in the space colony which sucked out Amuro's father.
Whoops. On the bright side, he's gonna save some money on Father's Day gifts, right?
And with his heightened mind, we deduced the scope of the explosion.
It's over 150,000 kilotons of TNT. That's 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb that dropped on Hiroshima. But still nowhere close to the refinery explosion Optimus survived.
Also, the Gundam couldn't dodge Optimus's ion blaster forever. It was fast enough to strike targets in orbit from ground level. That puts its laser speed over 3 million miles per hour.
Even when he knew it was coming, Amuro couldn't react quick enough to dodge or block anything that fast. And even then, Optimus's time in the Omni-Globe proves he can think way faster than Amuro.
And just to blow your mind even more, in order to obliterate Unicron with the Matrix, the energy output must have equaled more than 40 yotatons of TNT.
Like the Star Wars guy. And you know what they say, size matters not, especially when Optimus has defeated opponents as big as Devastator.
The Gundam was a powerful mobile suit with some astonishing firepower, but was ultimately outmatched by the Autobot's strength, speed, durability, and experience.
I'd say Optimus was primed for this fight.
The winner is Optimus Prime.
I'm 4-3.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see the exclusive...
You just lost. 4-3.
No, I didn't win anything. You see 4 losses for me, 2 wins for me. We have 4 wins, 2 losses.
Oh, you right there. Alright guys. That'll be the end of our little video. You know what I'm saying? Disregard all that nonsense we were talking earlier. I'm gonna edit all that out. I love this guy, even though he is a jackass sometimes. I love you, boy. Say it back. Say it. Say I love you. What? That sounded so gay. I love you too, man. I didn't mean that. You're a cool guy. Come on, Jerry. Alright, let's give the audience a proper outro. Alright guys, if you definitely like that, definitely hit the don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications. Definitely check us out. More videos on the way. And if you like this, let us know. Leave comments. Definitely.
I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know what the fuck he just did. I thought he hurt himself, but he's alright, I guess. Anyway, leave some comments, suggestions, bell notification.
Get out.
NappyHead.